Ladies got you like wow, 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 wow. We got the baby face and heels, showing off the skills. Queens of the ring, solos and tag team. You watching women of wrestling and we're here to stay. Wow, superheroes here to save the day.
Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, and San Antonio, Texas, respectively, BK Rhythm and Gigi Gianni, the Brat Pack.
Welcome everyone to Wow, I'm Nigel Zane for David McClain, my broadcast partner.
From Kansas City, Missouri, and Albania, respectively, it's Ashley Blaze and Xena Phoenix, the Albanian grappler.
Ashley Blaze, who we had the good fortune to see in the first match in history here under the beautiful lights of Fremont Street. We saw Ashley Blaze gain a victory over one of the members of Top Tier, and now tonight she teams with a sensation that the industry is all talking about, Xena Phoenix.
I need y'all to shut up,
Whoa, how rude.
because we got something to say. BK and Gigi are must-see TV, and dousing y'all's fire, man, that's gonna be easy. Because everything, Ashley Blaze, you do is a flagrant foul, and Xena, you're not tapping us out. Y'all going to throw in the towel.
Making reference to the varsity athlete, Ashley Blaze.
Of course, Xena Phoenix is who I'm talking about, the Albanian grappler, now locking up with Gigi Gianni of the Brat Pack. Fireman's carry, takeover. There's the armbar right there. Things could be over right now. Xena Phoenix has it locked in, and we have seen her make opponents tap out in record time. But Gigi Gianni able to reach the ropes, David. Man, that was super close for Gigi Gianni.
That's what's exciting about Xena Phoenix. She's always going for the win fast. Look at that. Now she's no longer a rookie, because you saw it right there, how she moved her head when those elbows were coming from left and right.
Ashley Blaze up and over the body of Gigi Gianni. Gigi Gianni swings with a clothesline, misses, and take a look at the athleticism of both of these superheroes. What a face buster, David, followed up by that high knee from Ashley Blaze.
She missed with that round right, and BK takes her down. BK rushes, but telegraphs, and look who comes over to grab the hair, but she gets the elbow smash from Gigi Gianni, and that gave BK the chance to drill the face of Ashley Blaze right into the purple mat. Wow. Gigi had the momentum coming off the turnbuckles to pick up Ashley Blaze. And now off the ropes, we've got Gigi Gianni. Oh, baby.
Senton leg drop from Gigi Gianni, and you can see Ashley Blaze in a world of pain, but hanging in this matchup. Of course, as we said, the multi-sport athlete used to the competition now is the album cover, but Xena Phoenix chasing off BK Rhythm, and that's not going to be a long-lasting album cover. Now it's Gigi Gianni.
BK Rhythm, she tagged Gigi, but here comes Xena Phoenix. Holy smokes, did you see her take Gigi down?
Gee, she just took her head right off. Series of arm drags, and Xena Phoenix, nice high knee, hooks the leg of Gigi Gianni and BK Rhythm. Had it not been for BK, this matchup would have been over, David. Now, Ashley Blaze stops BK right on the ring apron. Xena Phoenix catching the leg of Gigi Gianni, and Phoenix feeling it now, off the ropes. She's got that armbar locked in to Gigi Gianni.
Nigel off the rope, she's got her, there's the tap. And did you see how Xena Phoenix smartly maneuvered Gigi away from the bottom rope? The winners of that match, Ashley Blaze and Xena Phoenix. What you saw tonight is history being made, in my opinion, under the lights of Fremont Street. because I believe you've seen the dynamics of what could become a great tag team here in WoW. Of course, Xena Phoenix, the Albanian grappler. I understand your family's here tonight in the audience.
Listen, you guys, there's one thing you should know about me, and that's I'm a warrior. If you throw, thank you. The legacy here at WoW has changed. If you don't see it now, you will.
Well, here you see what is gonna be the change. Tag team potential dynasty in the making.
Gloria Glitter, there is something that you and I have in common, and that is that we are both the veteran wrestlers of our respective trios team. But the main difference is that Coach Campanelli and Candy Crush are just your teammates, and they're very proud of the fact that they are only your teammates. However, Daisy Lane and Chainsaw are not only my teammates, but they are family, and we have bonded, and they are my friends. And because of that, I have a deeper responsibility to them. And just like Daisy Lane took down Coach Campanelli 2 weeks ago, I'm gonna take you down today. And Chainsaw is gonna take down Candy Crush next week. And we will take each of you down separately until we have the opportunity to take you down together for those Trios Championships.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to ringside by her top-tier teammates, Candy Crush and Coach Campanelli from the Glitter Aerobics Academy of Beverly Hills, Gloria Glitter. Accompanied to ringside by her friends Chainsaw and Daisy Lane from the mean streets of Los Angeles, California, it's Fury.
Wow, superheroes on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and more, as well as YouTube. Now as Fury starts off this matchup, missing 2 kicks on the cardio queen, Gloria Glitter, but connecting with that clothesline, David. And Fury for the team of Monsters in Metal, looking to put things away very quickly, gets a 1 count on Gloria Glitter, but getting the mental edge already in this matchup. You have to be thinking, David, the 2 losses that you mentioned from top tiers in singles competition over the last few weeks.
Well, for fans that are new to WoW, as the viewership picks up every week, this is a feud that goes all the way back to Chainsaw and Candy Crush with some boxing gloves. And right now, you've got to see Gloria Glitter, who was brought into the formation of top tier by Coach Campanelli, and a surprise maneuver by her to take over and become the Trios champions of the world by benching Pep Riley, Ariel Sky, and others.
What a right knee that connected with the jaw of Fury, and Gloria Glitter using that top rope to apply more pressure with the knee, complaining that something's wrong with her mouth as Candy Crush and Coach Campanelli go to work on Fury on the outside of the ring, David.
That's right, and it's come full circle to this. Coach Campanelli on one side with Candy Crush and Glitter, Daisy on the other with her new friend, Chainsaw, and the heavy metal sister herself, Fury, who right now is in trouble.
Coming up just a little bit later on, the world title main event now, as Gloria Glitter sit down to the canvas with the chops from Fury. 2 in a row now as Gloria Glitter seems surprised. And now, pop-up powerbomb connects.
Unbelievable.
Fury gets a 2 count, but Fury saving herself, and there's that backhand, David.
That's what was missing, but it didn't connect all the way, Nigel. Because when it does, you hear it in the 20th row.
But that flatliner sure did connect as Gloria Glitter trying to crawl to the bottom rope to break up the submission hold by Fury and her teammates top tier.
Daisy and Chainsaw. They're gonna pull Coach and Crush off from that rope as they were trying to help Glitter in this submission. Is this it?
submission victory. Another huge upset, David, if you will, for Monsters in Metal.
That's it. Top Tier's members have been beat. What's this? What's this? They're beating up on Fury. They're ganging up on her.
Oh, come on. And now Chainsaw and Daisy Lane chasing out the members of Top Tier, coming to the aid of their partner, Fury David.
One of the things I'm most proud about in WoW is we have no borders. Take, for example, Princess Aussie. She came all the way from Australia on her own and moved to California to become a professional wrestler. She is one of the shining WoW superheroes.
My name is Simone Williams. I'm 31 years old and I was born on the Gold Coast in Australia. Growing up, I always wanted to be in the entertainment industry. It was a part of me from a very young age. I mean, I started dancing at 4 years old. I was in lessons at 6 years old. My dad actually wasn't around, and my mom had married a man who then became my stepdad. My mom was physically abused, financially abused, mentally abused. So it wasn't the easiest. I learnt to block a lot of things out at a very young age. I would just think about dancing and performing. I would kind of just like pretend that things wouldn't happen. So I actually auditioned for a dance school in Brisbane, and I ended up getting in. So at 15 years old, I left my family and moved alone to Brisbane and started all over. To me, it was kind of like, okay, I just need to finish school and work and pay my way. So I started working at a retail store. There was talks of us eventually expanding into America. I obviously wanted to be a part of that, and I saw that as my way to live in California, and they saw me for that spot. So I was 24 years old and relocating to Los Angeles. It was a big accomplishment on its own. The job that I had was a very, very, very stressful job. So I started boxing. I was training one morning and there were these two guys that walked in, and they were just like, hey, have you ever thought about professional wrestling? And that night I went home and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was just like, I want to do this. This is exactly what I want to do. But then it was also kind of bittersweet because I could only do one specific thing without getting in immigration status trouble. There was a good 4 years of me struggling to try and get to a green card. And that took a very, very long time, and it took a lot of money. It was hands down the most hardest time in my life. Out of everything that I had been through as a kid, this time was the worst time because I really felt way more alone than I ever have my entire life. I can't talk about the fact that I don't have like any money for groceries, for food, for anything. And there was multiple times that I came very close to being evicted. There were many times that I almost quit and I said to myself, I should just pack up and just move back to Australia. And when that green card approval came in, it was like just the switch of everything. I was training at my wrestling school and I realized that something was happening. So I went to the owner and I asked her, and she told me that there was actually a tryout going on for WoW Women of Wrestling. And I remember peeking my head in and I was like, hi, I'm just, wondering what's going on in here. I'd love to try out if that's cool. And David McLean's there like, oh yeah, what's your name? So we get in, we do the tryout. Maybe a week later, I get a call and I hear David McLean's voice, and he was just like, Aussie, I heard you got your green card. Coming into training, I met all of these new girls. It's a sisterhood. We're here to support each other, and we're here to help each other, and we're doing this together. WoW is the perfect platform to show what women can do. It's showcasing our female talent. So for me, WoW is more than just professional athletes. We're a part of something that is changing the way that women's wrestling has always been. Princess Aussie, aka Simone, wrestles like she is bigger than everyone else. Like, no one can stop me in any way. They can try their hardest, but I will still come out on top. I feel powerful. I feel like I've gotten past so many hurdles to get to this point. For so many years, I was unsure of myself because I don't know anyone else that had been doing these things, moving to different countries on their own, not knowing anyone. There's this sense of like confidence. When WoW came, it kind of made me feel this sense of like, I feel very sure of who I am. I feel very proud of who I am. And I feel like that really empowers me through WoW.
Introducing first, from Salem, Massachusetts, and the Collins Kennel Club, respectively, Katarina, Jinx, and Goldie Collins. Together, they are Animal Instinct.
Well, there they are, fans. Animal Instinct.
Lucky are you to see us tonight. You know, Goldie, I have really been considering our tag team, our partnership. You know, I really couldn't imagine if we were to break our bonds. Never, ever happen, Kitty. But it does make me question our opponents and where their loyalties lie. So, Santana and Princess Aussie, you may be former WoW World Champions, but we're the future of the tag team division. And that is a threat. 'Cause we are Animal Instinct.
They certainly are Animal Instinct, but there's a lot of people claiming to be potential WoW Tag Team Champions of the world.
And their opponents from Ocala, Florida, and the beautiful and down under, respectively, Santana, Garrett, and Princess Aussie.
And as Santana, Garrett, and Princess Aussie, two former WoW World Champions, make their way to the ring. Interesting words from the team of Animal Instinct. Katarina, Jinx kicking things off for Animal Instinct, and Santana, Garrett kicking things off for her team.
What a place, Fremont Street. Renowned pedestrian mall, second in the world only to Times Square. What a place to present this tag team action from. Here in Las Vegas, Nevada, downtown, and Santana Garrett is going downtown with those arm drags.
And that leg sweep jackknife cover here by Santana Garrett. Goldie Collins kicks out David at 1. Santana Garrett with the cravat applied to the gold standard as Princess Aussie looks to tag into this matchup. Princess Aussie gets the 1 count, and Katarina Jinx coming in for the team, David, of Animal Instinct. Princess Aussie opening up action in this tag team contest today on WOW, but of course, we saw just last week her former tag team partner and that of Tormenta, who has since, of course, won that WOW World's Championship and cemented herself as the WOW World Champion last week by defeating the Class Master. Princess Aussie, fully charged, nails the splash on Katarina Jinx.
Yes, indeed. Tormenta showcased that attitude and wrestling skill of a true champion. And tonight we're seeing the champions of Aussie and Santana Garrett struggle in this tag match with the potential future champions of tag team wrestling, Goldie Collins and Katarina Jinx.
Oh my, Princess Aussie, the back of the head just crashing into the mat. Referee Charlie Wu says just a 2 count.
The referee didn't see it.
Which means this matchup still continues. Tag into Katarina Jinx from Goldie Collins. And both of these superheroes utilizing that count now. Vertical stalling suplex.
Blood rushing to the head of Princess Aussie.
Princess Aussie just clutching that lower back now. Santana Garrett in to save this matchup for her tag team partner, Princess Aussie. It's on the part of Katarina Jinx now, as once again, Goldie Collins and Katarina Jinx working well together as a team, but Princess Aussie hanging on, rolls over to her corner and tags into Santana Garrett.
But before Santana can get in, Goldie Collins and Katarina rush her. And now, inside the squared circle is Santana Garrett, and she's going to town on Katarina Jinx and Goldie Collins.
A double stack, if you will, now. Back handspring elbow connects from Santana Garrett, who looks fired up for her team. Santana Garrett now going for the O'Connor roll pinfall. Goldie Collins hangs on, but eats that rise and shine forearm. Santana Garrett has the leg hook, but Katarina Jinx breaks up the count.
And now she's up on that turnbuckle in their corner because Santana was taken out of action. And she flies off.
Codebreaker followed up by that big clothesline off the top turnbuckle to Princess Aussie and Santana Garrett at the last possible second, saving things for her team. Still so much action to come here on WOW. Princess Aussie, wow, double cutter to Goldie Collins and Katarina Jinx. Could this be it? Yes, it is. Princess Aussie wins the contest for her team.
Your winners, Santana Garrett and Princess Aussie.
What an ending there, Nigel, as Princess Aussie gains the 3 count, much to the delight of the fans here at Fremont Street Experience, and of course her partner, Santana Garrett.